and welcome to Showing Where to Look's first video lesson. Today is Mathematical Monday, which means we'll be going over some easier, more elementary level math topics. Our first topic for our first week will be using the number line to add and subtract. So let's think again, what is adding and subtracting, and what are different ways that people think of this in order to figure out their answers? Well, adding is putting things together. So if we wanted to combine two groups, say we have these two groups of buttons right here. We have 4 blue buttons and we have 2 brown buttons. When we combine them, we are going to add them together. That's our plus sign. So combining them, we have 6 buttons. Now, what about subtracting? Subtracting is taking things away or taking groups apart. So we have our group of 6 buttons. Let's take away those 2 brown ones. I'll take them away and move them off screen. Now, what do we have left? Oops, our remainder, our difference there is 4. We have 4 blue buttons left. So some people use objects like this to help them count up and down, add and subtract. Some people use their fingers. So say 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some people just do it all in their heads. Some people love to visualize the number line, either in their head or by drawing it on a piece of paper. What does a number line look like? Exactly the way it sounds. So let's draw a line. It has arrows because it'll go forever in each direction. There are an infinite number of numbers. So let's make this number line show the section of numbers from 0 to 10. 0, 1, and we just count up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So how would we use this to help us add or subtract? Well, let's take an addition problem here. Let's say we have 2 plus 3 and we want to know what that would be. Well, let me grab a different color here to help us mark things off. Our first number that we start with is 2. We're starting with the number 2 and we're adding 3 to that. So let's find 2 down here. Alright, so in order to know where we will go, we're going to look to see if we're adding or subtracting. Remember, adding is putting things together. That's going to make our numbers bigger, so we're going to go this way to the right. If it was subtracting, we would be taking things away, so we would go the opposite direction. But we're adding, so we're going to go to the right. How far? Well, we're doing plus 3. We're adding 3, so that means we're going to take 3 hops on our line here. So 2 plus 3, we'd go plus 1, 2, 3. Where did we end up? 2 plus 3 equals 5. See another one. Say we had 6 plus 2. What would that be? Well, we're going to start at 6, so we'll find 6 first. We're going to add 2, so we want 2 hops. 1, 2, that's plus 2. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 more than 6. What if we weren't adding anything? Say we were adding 0. 5 plus 0. Let's find our 5. How many times will we hop? 0 times. So adding, I would be going this direction, except I don't have to go anywhere. 0 means nothing, no times, no number of hops. So I'm going to stay right where I am. 5 plus 0 is 5. So that's adding. What about subtracting, taking away? Do you remember which way I said we would go? Say we have 7 minus 3. Now that's our minus sign for take away. We're going to start with 7. We're going to take away 3, subtract 3. So remember, adding, we put things together, we want them more, or we want them to get bigger, we will have more of them, so we're going to go to the right. Subtracting, we'll have less of them when we finish, so we're going to go to the left. So 7 minus 3, we need 3 hops to the left. Smaller numbers, 1, 2, 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. What if I gave you 6 minus 6? Now really, we should look at that and know this is the same number as this. If I had my 6 buttons here, I'm going to be taking all 6 of them away again. So that leaves no more buttons. But let's prove it on the number line. In math, you always want to prove it. So we were going to start at 6. And we're going to take 6 hops. Subtract to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Ta-da! Okay. So, what if you have a bigger problem than this? Say you've got one that looks like 35 minus 3. This only goes from 0 to 10. How will this work? Well, remember how I said it goes forever and we're just showing part of it? Let's move it over. Let's change this to be, instead of from 0 to 10, let's make it be from 30 to 40. Because 35 is between 30 and 40. So that would make these now 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and there's 40. So we will start with our 35 minus 3. 1, 2, 3. We land at 32. So once again, this number line is just a way to visualize as the numbers are going up and they're going down, and to help you count forwards and backwards. So if you can't hold this in your head, feel free to write it down on a piece of paper. It could be the back of your homework sheet or a scrap sheet of paper or anything you need in order to be able to do these hops and skips. In several ways, this is better than using your fingers because you're using these tens as your anchor points. Another good tip is to have a number line on a sheet of paper and slide it into a sheet protector. You know, those sleeves of plastic that you can put into a binder? And then you can use a dry erase marker to draw on the sheet protector and erase it for the next problem. Well, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And thank you for watching.